Hi, today we are going to present our case study for the JCPenney's situation as we're going to discuss about various approaches of the JCPenney. So let's begin with this. Um, let's begin with the JCPenney's situation. The first question is, why is JCPenney filing for bankruptcy? The answer is JCPenney filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in May 2020. The reasons for this decision include declining sales trends. Over the past decade, JCP struggled with decreasing revenues as consumer preferences shifted towards e-commerce and especially stores. From 2010 to 2020, its annual revenue declined approximately from 17 billion to under 11 billion. So the failure of strategic initiatives under former CEO Ron Johnson 2011 to 2013, JCP made drastic changes such as eliminating discount coupons and repositioning itself as a higher end retailer. These strategies alienated its core middle class customer base, leading to significant losses. High debt burden. JCPenney had accumulated over 4 billion in debt by 2020, which was unsustainable, especially as revenues declined. Impact of COVID-19 store closures during the pandemic further exacerbated the company's liquidity crisis, reducing revenue streams and leading to cash flow issues. Supporting data, declining same-store sales year over year, a 75% drop in stock price between 2017 and 2020. Increasing competition from e-commerce giants like Amazon and specialized retailers like Target. Macro environment, culture, government policy, and other factors impacting JCPenney. Macro environment factors, economic downturns, the Great Recession that was from 28 to 29 significantly affected middle class spending, which forms JCP's core demographic. Post recession, the rise of fast fashion and e commerce further eroded market share. Technological disruptions, economic e-commerce platforms like Amazon have transformed the retail landscape, pressuring traditional retailers to adapt to digital-first strategies. JCPenney lagged in developing its uh, omni-channel capabilities. Cultural factors were a shift in consumer behaviors. Customers increasingly value convenience and personalization, favoring online shopping and brands that aligned with their lifestyles. JCP struggled to create a compelling brand identity. Now, the government policy, tariffs, and trade wars. Tariffs on goods imported from China, where much of JCP's inventory was sourced, increased costs. COVID-19's regulations, store closures due to health guidelines during the pandemic heavily impacted revenue streams. Other factors were competitive pressure. JCP faced stiff competition from Walmart, Target, and Kohl's, which offered better pricing, product variety, and e-commerce options. Number three is JCPenney's business style, organizational structure, marketing, production, and supply chain issues. Business style is JCP historically positioned itself as a mid-tier department store catering to middle-class families. Its focus on affordability and accessibility was undermined by failed attempts to upscale the brand. Organizational structure, hierarchical with a centralized decision making limiting agility and innovation, lack of alignment between corporate strategies and operational execution. For the marketing, heavy reliance on discounting as a promotional strategy, which devalued the brand, limited use of digital marketing compared to competitors. Now, about the production, JCP outsourced manufacturing to countries like China and Bangladesh, creating a dependency on external suppliers and vulnerability to tariff fluctuations. For the supply chain issues, lack of investment in modern supply chain technologies, poor inventory management leading to overstocking or stockouts. Can JCPenney change to e-tail, and why? JCP can transition to an e-tail online only model But this requires overcoming significant challenges. Strengths, established brand name, existing relationships with suppliers, growing awareness of digital transformation. And the challenges are competing with established e-commerce giants like Amazon, high capital investment required for technology and fulfillment infrastructure. Potential strategy focus on creating a robust online presence with curated collections, leveraging customer data for personalization and offering seamless omnichannel experiences. Was JCP's decline due to omnichannel strategies or outdated assortment? While JCP was well positioned for omni channel, its failure lay in product assortment and customer experience. Outdated assortment, lack of trendy, fashionable items to attract younger customers, poor differentiation from competitors like Kohl's and Macy's. Discounting model, heavy reliance on sales promotions, reduced brand value. Customers grew accustomed to discount and avoided full price items. Now, long term decline or COVID 19 impact. JCP's bankruptcy was primarily a result of long term structural issues rather than the immediate impact of COVID 19. Evidence of long term decline, declining same store sales and revenues for nearly a decade. Strategic missteps under multiple CEOs, for example, Ron Johnson's alienation of core customers. COVID 19 impact, the pandemic acted as the tipping point, accelerating an already existing downward spiral. So let's conclude. JCPenney's bankruptcy reflects systemic issues such as poor strategic decisions, inability to adapt to market changes, and weak execution. While COVID 19 amplified its struggles, the root causes lie in mismanagement and failure to innovate. The path forward must involve a radical transformation focusing on digital growth, customer experience, and streamlined operations. So, if we read a J.C. Penney's case study in understanding the decline in opportunities for revival, so for why did J.C. Penney file bankruptcy? We answered that question, and then the question was we mentioned about strategic failure, the Johnson's era. This is all the background we discussed, and how this happened. Then we can talk about frequent leadership changes as well regarding the financial challenges, high debt burden, and we can also talk about declining revenue, as we discussed just now, external pressures, competition, and there were many other reasons. COVID-19 pandemic was one of the reasons, and also macro environment culture, government policy, and other influencing factors we discussed, macro environment factors, economic conditions, as we just discussed, technological evolution, as we just said, because of the e-commerce, cultural shifts, consumers' behavior, government policies, trade tariffs, and there are many other reasons. COVID-19 regulations, those were very tough as well, and the business style, organization structure, marketing and supply chain issues, business style was different, organizational structure, centralized decision making, frequent leadership changes, marketing strategies, over reliance on discounts, failure to appeal to younger customers, and also we discussed supply chain issues. We discussed about outdated system. We discussed about many other factors, dependency on the imports. We discussed about that if JCPenney transitioned to e-tail opportunities for transition. We spoke about brand recognition, cost savings, and the omni-channel potential. And we discussed about challenges in transition, competition. We spoke about legacy costs because this is again a deep study as a case study for JCP. Analysis of omni-channel and product assortment issues, omni-channel strategy, product assortment, outdated merchandise, discounting model we discussed, and long-term decline versus COVID-19 impact, evidence of long-term decline, declining store traffic, and strategic missteps, poor leadership decisions, and role of COVID-19 that definitely impacted the business. And as a conclusion, lessons from JCP's case, JCP's bankruptcy is cautionary tale of failing to adapt to a rapidly changing retail landscape. Key takeaways include the importance of clear branding and understanding core customers, the need for agile supply chains and modern technology, and the necessity of omnichannel excellence in today's retail world. For JCP to revive successfully, it must embrace digital transformation, curate existing product assortments, and rebuild trust with its core customers. So, this is all from my side. Thank you.